Howdy, y'all. Alright, so this is going to be another new kind of video. It's going to be another commentary one, but it's going to be funny. Uh, I, I was trying to work on some ideas stuff, some good ideas, and then I just came across all this stuff. So I'm trying to get to an Emma Watson video. I got another Lacey Green thing, and I'm still writing that paper and researching it for the, what was it, Teal Deer, Stardusk, and Skeptor idea synthesis. But here we go.
Just breathe.
Across from me at the kitchen table, my mother smiles over red wine that she drinks out of a measuring glass.
Oh, she watches how much she drinks. She's so oppressed. She's so oppressed.
She says she doesn't deprive herself, but I've learned to find nuance in every movement of her fork.
Oh, she has table manners. That poor oppressed woman. That oppressed woman who has table manners and watches her fork.
In every crinkle in her brow as she offers me the uneaten pieces on her plate, I've realized she only eats dinner when I suggest it.
Okay, I take it back. She might be an alcoholic. She might be using the measuring cup because she's an alcoholic.
I wonder what she does when I'm not there to do so.
I believe she drinks without using the measuring cup. That's what I'm thinking she's doing when you're not there.
Maybe this is why my house feels bigger each time I return. It's proportional. As she shrinks, the space around her seems increasingly vast.
Okay, so unfortunately, I believe she's suffering from alcoholic wasting. I believe she's not shrinking because of patriarchy. I think she's shrinking because she's not using the measuring cup.
She wanes while my father waxes.
Your parents are not phases of the moon.
His stomach has grown round with wine, late nights, oysters, poetry, a new girlfriend who was overweight as a teenager, but my dad reports now she's crazy about fruit.
I'm starting to think alcoholism may run in your family, young lady. You may need to keep an eye out on that and start using the measuring cup.
It was the same with his parents.
Yep, I was right.
As my grandmother became frail and angular, her husband swelled to red, round cheeks, rotund stomach, and I wonder if my lineage is one of women shrinking.
No, it's one of chronic drinking.
Making space for the entrance of men into their lives, not knowing how to fill it back up once they leave.
Oh, I think they know how to fill it back up.
I have been taught accommodation.
No, you've been taught sublimation.
My brother never thinks before he speaks.
Well, then it sounds like he's the next one in line for a drinking problem.
I have been taught to filter.
Filter what? The still?
How can anyone have a relationship to food, he asks, laughing, as I eat the black bean soup I chose for its lack of carbs.
Oh, you poor oppressed little thing. You live in a nation that allows you to choose food based on carbs. Oh.
I want to say we come from difference, Jonas. You have been taught to grow out. I have been taught to grow in.
No, I imagine this is some kind of vagina penis theme. In, out.
You learn from our father how to emit, how to produce, to roll each thought off your tongue with confidence. You used to lose your voice every other week from shouting so much. I learned to absorb.
Okay, so apparently Freud was right. But it's not so much penis envy as in, I think women are just envious and covetous and jealous that they're not men, and they think that being a man would be better, that it's better somehow. That having a penis is better than a vagina, and that sort of the nature of being a man is better, and that they don't like being women because generally feminists aren't the kind of women that have power. They're generally not beautiful, and so yeah, they want to break the other guy's doll in this case, the other guy's G.I. Joe. They want to. It's weird. I'm absolutely certain now that it's jealousy. Huh. Oh well.
I took lessons from our mother in creating space around myself.
Oh, you mean your mother taught you to be polite and not a cunt? Oh, what a oppressed woman she is.
I learned to read the knots in her forehead while the guys went out for oysters.
Alright, yeah. Young lady, your brother's really going to have to watch out for his alcohol intake, especially when he's in college.
And I never meant to replicate her, but spend enough time sitting across from someone and you pick up their habits. That's why women in my family have been shrinking for decades.
We've already covered this. The problem is the drinking for decades.
We all learned it from each other, the way each generation taught the next how to knit, weaving silence in between the threads, which I can still feel as I walk through this ever-growing house.
Knit? Knit? You can knit? You come from a family that knits? Man, you gotta be middle class. Oh, poor oppressed knitting woman. I'm such a shitlord.
Skin itching, picking up all the habits my mother has unwittingly dropped, like bits of crumpled paper from her pocket on her countless trips.
So her mother drops stuff a lot. Another sign that she drinks too much. Thus the measuring cup.
From bedroom to kitchen to bedroom again, nights I hear her creep down to eat plain yogurt in the dark.
I don't think she's eating yogurt, young lady. This is just too easy. It's just too easy.
A fugitive stealing calories to which she does not feel entitled. Deciding how many bites is too many, how much space she deserves to occupy.
Alright, so this is going to be another inferential interlude. Look, the reason why I bring up the weight a lot, and I see women do this a lot, they think being thin is going to get them a husband. But this woman's hit the wall, right? Her husband obviously left her. He brought up weight. The weight was not the issue. He just couldn't stand her anymore. Right? He goes out to the bar with his son all the time and gets drunk and eats oysters. He's probably got money because he sent his daughter off to school. Yeah. This has nothing to do with weight. This woman hit the wall. She's looking forward to cats. That's what's going on here. Alright? And her ex-husband obviously makes money, and she's very sad now that both her children are gone. And both her children, no more check. Hopefully she, saved up alimony or something. But that's why she drinks. And she uses the excuse of calories, the excuse of watching the weight. Because she knows her daughter's a feminist. And she wants her daughter to at least still love her.
Watching the struggle, I either mimic or hate her, and I don't want to do either anymore, but the burden of this house has followed me across the country.
Sad, she hates her mother. Feminism has made this girl despise her mother and not have any empathy or understanding for the complexities of a marriage that raised 2 children to adulthood. So it lasted at least 20 years. Yeah, this poor girl doesn't have any understanding. And she hates her own mother. Yay, feminism.
I asked 5 questions in genetics class today, and all of them started with the word sorry.
That was probably because all your questions were something to the effect of, sorry to interrupt your class, professor, but I don't understand the thing you just said.
I don't know the capstone requirements. That's so big.
I have no idea why they erupted into applause over her saying sorry.
I don't know the capstone requirements for the sociology major because I spent the whole meeting deciding whether or not I could have another piece of pizza.
That's just you being a dumb cunt. And go ahead, eat as much as you want. You'll get fat, but who gives a shit? What's important? Do you want to be thin, or do you want to eat whatever the fuck you want? Alright? It's a free country, woman. Do whatever you want. Right? And the capstone requirement information will be in the goddamn course catalog. Ugh.
A circular obsession I never wanted, but inheritance is accidental.
I think it's important right now to remind you about the alcoholism problem you've probably accidentally inherited. Okay?
Still staring at me with wine-soaked lips from across the kitchen table.
Well, alright. Well, you guys have a nice day. And always remember to go your own way. Yours truly, M.